See right here? If you got a 28.8 Rex Legend right here, the front end will be coming up. It's a .21, people. What do you want? It's a pea shooter. It screams though. Trust me, that's no regular .21 that Adam Drake's got in there. That ain't even one you can buy out the box. He's got his own tweak to it, trust me. Anyway, and it's so hard because I know I don't need another truggy. Okay, I've got two great truggies. You know, top notch. Okay. There's a lot of other ones. Just because, you know, the Mugen and the Techno, you know, I have are, you know, top notch. I know I say, you know, these are the top, the quality, the Italians, things that I have used. Okay, now I have never, the reason I'm doing this video is because I kind of, something irked me because I pay attention to my comments. Some of them I kind of just, you know, take with a grain of salt. A lot of them are just, you know, people talking out their neck, talking out their ass, have no facts behind what they're saying, you know. But some people, you know, will say shit that just really irritates me. And it's just ignorance. Okay, if you're going to pass judgment on me, okay, so the Muggy's kind of fired up right now. I'm going to try to be calm about it. I'm not hating on anybody. I just need to do this video because I need to clear the air on some stuff because I think people are getting things twisted. You know, and it's not everybody, but it's a few. And I don't remember on any of my videos, and you can call me out on it, of me ever saying that if you don't run a Techno or a Mugen or Novarossi Motors or my shit, that you suck, or that I hate you, or that you're no good, or, you know, whatever. But I will tell you the facts. As far as if you're running bullshit motors, you're going to get what you're going to get. Okay? If you're running bullshit platforms, Traxxas, some lower quality HPIs, Savage, to each his own. If you like your Savage, you have fun with it, that's the most important thing. But it's, to me, personally, it's rookie shit. Okay? I have entitled to my own opinion. Like people will say, opinions are like, they're like assholes. They stink and everybody has one, okay? So I don't tell you to like my opinion. And I also don't remember me telling you, you got to do it my way, or you suck, or you're no good. I always tell you guys, don't listen to me, okay? I emphasize it all the time. And a lot of the comments I get are from people that watch one of my videos, and then they draw the conclusion on the one video. Instead of watching other videos of mine before you make a comment, or retracing my videos, and you know, if you're going to try to build a case with your idiotic comments, let me tell you this, people, on my channel especially, I always tell you, come with the facts. Lay down the facts. Don't tell, you know, try to tell me, oh, you only run on grass. I ran on dirt plenty of times. The only thing I haven't ran on or video, I ran on them tracks. I just haven't videoed them because I don't have the source to videotape and hold my camera while I'm racing on a track. Okay? And the guys that I run with, they're not, here, can you film with me? You know what I mean? Okay, so, you know, my camera work isn't the best. I don't have the best footage. And I never claimed that in the first place. I never said that. And I've never said, again, if you don't have a Techno, if you don't have a Mugen, if you don't have Novarossis, that, you know, you suck. I never said that. People like to put words in my mouth and draw conclusions because they're just ignorant, you know. Do your research, do your homework before, like I said, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't come to my channel and make comments on my channel with a bunch of bullshit because there's no facts behind it. And on top of that, the people that make these comments that really irritate me is the people that don't even have a channel for whatever reason. They're lazy. I've heard guys say, oh, I got a real life. I don't have time to make any videos. Well, then shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your comments when you have no evidence or proof of anything that you're saying. Okay? At least I can prove what I'm saying because I apply it and show it to you. I don't just talk and make a bunch of videos of my shit. I show you my shit, how it works. I don't do a lot of wrenching videos. Everybody knows that about me, and I've told you before because my shit is too tedious. It's too meticulous. You guys would fall asleep. an hour of my wrenching on a video, you guys would be drooling at the mouth and fall asleep. You guys probably have fall asleep on some of my videos already. Okay? So, and I've done some. I've done shock ones in the past. They got erased. I'm going to do some more. Okay, I think it's important to do some wrenching to show you guys how I wrench. Okay? I don't really and the only time I don't just come out with wrenching, or I don't just come up with the subjects on my videos, FYI, because not all the time anyway. Most of the time it's from the comments that I get, it's from other videos I watch, it's from other guys like Raja, from Bodagel, from, I'll listen to what these guys are talking about and what's going on in the realm of Nitro, or even fit scale sometimes, even though I don't do fit scale right now, and apply it to my videos, kind of maybe elaborate on it more, kind of broaden the spectrum, so to speak, of what these guys are talking about. For instance, Raja, great, by the way, shout out to my brother from another mother, Raja 111. I didn't plan on getting on that because I was, I'm just busy and I was working, but happened to get off work early yesterday, so I was like, you know what, let me see what the live thing with Raja, and I hit him up on the questions that I wanted to ask him, because Raja, like me, he's a very, can be a very technical guy. We're a little bit cut from a different cloth, so to speak, because he's more into the racing, although he knows bashing. He's done it before. He just doesn't do it as much anymore. He's more into the club racing scene and that. And I respect that. That's cool. People ask me about racing stuff, and people say, "Oh, why don't you go to a track and race? Don't you watch my videos?" If you watch my videos, again, like I said, before you open your fat mouth, I don't race anymore. I told you guys that. Have I raced? Plenty of times. Have I taken these vehicles to track? Plenty of times. I haven't filmed it or anything because I don't have no means to. Okay? I apologize for the last video, my shitty camera work, okay? Not the last one, but my last running one. I don't know what happened. I'm human, man. I'm doing the best I can off my phone, okay? Instead of me spending $200 on a GoPro, I'd rather put that $200 and buy another motor. That's just me. I don't care about the cinematography and adjusting it right and the lighting and the angles like some of these guys. You know what? If you want the cinematography and the movie trailers, and you want the quality, you're on the wrong channel. Period. You might want to just unsubscribe if that's what you're looking for. I don't do this to entertain people or make, like the Nitro nerd, all the smoke and mirrors and all the fancy and the nice cinematography and the sound. I do the best that I can, I'm my worst critic. I know some of my videos are shit. And I'll tell you they're shit. I told them the last running one, hey, sorry for the crappy footage. It was all like this. I was like, what the hell? But what can you do? It is what it is. Didn't catch it, Wasn't important to me. What was important to me is running, If I get talk one of my daughters into it, because they're cool with what I do, I'm going to try to take them to the track with me, and, maybe they can film for me. That way I can get some footage, okay? So yeah, that kind of just irritated me, and it's, again, I get these people, they're called YouTube trolls, and they come on your channel. This guy, his name was Michael Walker, or some idiot. I don't know if you guys heard of this Michael Walker or whatever. I think it was Michael Walker. I don't know. That's I remember his name. Oh, you never run on grass. You tell people, if you don't have my shit or if you don't do it my way, you suck. I never said that. I don't know where this guy gets his info from. This guy's talking out his ass. I've never said that. Hey, you don't have to run what I run. You don't even have to do what I say. I tell you guys all the time. Go get a second opinion. Go get a third opinion. Do what you want. It's your hobby. You do it the way you want to. You do whatever floats your boat and works for you. To each his own. Okay? I'm just showing you how I do it and what works for me and the results that I get. Period. End of story. Okay? This is what I do. This is how I do it. This is why I do it. Okay? And this is the end result of what I do. That's all. Make judgment on that. Judge me by not what I say, but also what I do, what I preach, what I show, and more importantly, the end result of what I'm even talking about. I see a lot of guys that just run videos in their mouth and you never see them run their shit at all. And those are the guys that come on your forum or come on your channel and talk all out the side of their neck or out their ass, and they don't even have a channel, don't have any footage of anything, no evidence whatsoever of them even doing what they're talking about or trying to critique you on. Where the fuck's your video at? Excuse my language. Where's your footage of what you're talking about that backs up what you're saying? Oh, that's right. You don't even have. You got a bunch of music videos on your channel, because when people make these idiot comments, first thing I do is I check their channel before I make a comment. So I can kind of see what this guy's got going on. Because some people, you know, all right, I see their channel. You can tell the history on their channel. Tells them what they've been watching, what they're subscribed to, all that. I don't know. People don't think that you don't, I don't know, that people don't check that. I do. Anybody, all you guys, all the subscribers, I check everything that's going on. That's where I get a lot of my info from, sometimes on what I'm doing a video on. Okay, this guy, you know, is obviously struggling with this, or this guy's asked this question plenty of times, or this guy likes to watch these videos, so he's into, you know, buggies, or he's into truggies, or he's into stock, or he's into modified motors, he's into the pipes, he's a tech, whatever. It shows on your channel what you watch. I don't know if you guys know that or not. You guys probably do, or if you don't, you do now. So when I go on people's channels that make idiot comments, right away, the first thing you always see, and it never fails, they don't even have any Nitro content, barely any RC content on their videos at all. Just some troll, like the Michael Walker guy, YouTube troll, okay, that decides to take his 2 cents and jump on your channel and make a comment, and he has no evidence of anything that he's even talking about. No facts to back anything up. So what I tell them, shut the fuck up. Put up or shut up. Okay? You want to shut me up? Show me your footage. Show me some video of how you're doing what you're critiquing me on what I'm not doing before you open your lips. Like I said, don't let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash. Don't let your Doberman Pinscher mouth overtalk your Chihuahua ass. And the other one, don't bring a knife to a gunfight, because you're gonna get the smackdown by the muggy. Because I get fed up with that bullshit. So anyway, enough of that. Okay, since that is one of the reasons I want to do this, because I just want to clear the air. Whatever you guys do, that's whatever makes you happy. If I can help, I don't care if you're running a monster truck, if you're running a Savage, even if you're running a Traxxas. I've worked and helped plenty of friends of mine that have Traxxas, and you guys know I hate them, but they're Nitro brothers. I talk shit about it, yeah, but I'm telling you real shit about Traxxas, real shit about Savage, real shit about LSTs. All those pull starts and easy starts and back plates and shit that robs the power of a true Nitro motor. If you just took that Traxxas and even if you took the motor, put a seal back plate, was able to bump start it, the base of a Traxxas, the chassis, the foundation of any Traxxas is garbage. Period. End of story. Shit quality. That is a fact. How do I know? I used to race them. I used to run them. I've honed them. I've had them. I've worked on them. So that's why I can say that. E-word Traxxas and Nitro. Well, it's not even Nitro. It's anything that has a freaking E-word motor to start it, that's not Nitro. So that's why I can talk shit. Savages, I've never owned one. I know plenty of people that own them. I've even worked on a couple of them in the past. It's just a headache, man. I mean, it's a you know, nostalgic part of Nitro, Savage, Classic, HPI, but it's a headache in the long run. You know, I would have one just to have it sitting there to look at. I wouldn't even run it. Same thing with LST. Roto start, pull start, even the Savage roto start. It's just headaches, man. If you guys like the headaches and you like all the shit that goes with that, then to each his own. Whatever makes you happy. I never said you got to do it my way. You know, this is just what I do, how I do it. If you want to partake, you want to learn how I do it, you want to get your shit to perform and run like I do, I'm not going to jump off no buildings. I'm not trying to break my shit. You know, I was talking to Elite RC about this. He's like, you know what, I know these people are, you know, and I understand that's just John. You know, he likes to jump off roofs. I don't need to prove to anybody by jumping off no damn roof. I'm not playing into what people want. I'm playing into what I want, what I like to do. Jumping off a roof doesn't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's cool. John does it. That's John. That's cool. You know, on the last video when I was talking about how John, you know, he feels about, you know, low C and all the things that he says about the pillow balls. And, you know, that's nothing. I'm not talking bad about John. Okay, I want to clear the air on that too. Don't think that I'm like saying that John doesn't know what he's talking about, because he does. He just doesn't like pillow balls. And I think until he runs them and tries them, he can't really cast judgment on the pillow balls. You just watch the video of Adam Drake's MBX8. That thing slams. He's not jumping off roof, but he beats the shit out of that thing. And he slams it. And I've even emailed him and talked to Adam before, and he says, man, these pillow balls are durable. If you want to know how durable they are, ask him. He said, I didn't help in the development with Mugen to develop any weak-ass shit. Adam knows that much. He's, you know, he's not a basher. He doesn't, you know, I'm sure he does. He doesn't film it. You know, he races. He's a racer. He's a professional, legendary, like I said, the Dale Earnhardt racing racer. But he said, too, don't think that because we race and don't jump off two-story buildings that our shit doesn't get abused. He goes, I beat my truggies and buggies up. You know, he's told me that. You know, I don't talk to him on a personal level, but through emails and, you know, messaging and stuff like that, I've talked. Adam's a really cool guy, man. He'll take the time out and answer questions for anybody. He didn't know much because I asked him about my MBX5. He's like, yeah, well, I came in around this. He came in at the MBX7, so he knows a lot about the 7, which I have. You know, and I asked him about the 8. The 8, I'm thinking of, I don't need another truggy, like I said. But do we ever need anything? Do we ever need any of this shit? Is it ever enough? Probably not. I mean, that's why I said 5th scale. I'm not even thinking of 5th scale for another year. I got too much to do with this. I got other things I want to do. I am a sick in the head 8 scale Nitro period gearhead. 5th scale, yes, it's cool. Yes, it's this and that. But you like heard Raja? That shit is expensive, man. If you got the coin, man, this is expensive enough for me. You know, I mean, you can do this at different levels. You don't, to do 8 scale Nitro, you don't have to spend a lot of money. And I have plenty of videos you guys can watch of how I, you know, I told you can't cut corners on 3 things. Okay? Your platform, quality platform, okay? Your electronics and your radio, can't cut corners on that. Got to get quality on that. And your motor. That's the bulk of what's going to cost you. Buy a brand new one, $700. Brand new motor, quality, $200-300. There's $1,000 right there. Okay? Good radio, let's just say $300. Okay? With servos. Decent. Okay? So, what are we at? 7,000, 13. Let's just say, for argument's sake, rims, tires, body. Get that thing brapping. $1,500 you're going to spend. Okay? An 8 scale of, a 5th scale. You're going to get the 5th scale ready to go. Nothing big. Actually, if you want a 5T for about the same price. But it's not, you're not getting the quality. You're just getting RTR shit. 5th scale RTR shit, it's good, it works, but all those upgrades, now it's when it starts. Another motor, $400, you want a good one. You know, I talk Elite to Elite a lot. Elite's my 5th scale. John too. I don't talk to John on a personal level. I mean, he messages me back and forth, and you know, we talk every once in a while through, you know, via my videos. But Elite, we talk like personally behind the scenes. And Elite's been in 5th scale and Nitro for a long time. You guys watch his video. He's got some. This guy's technical, like me. That's why we get along. He's very meticulous, very detail-orientated, like me. And he's into the quality shit, man. He's not afraid to spend the money. That guy will spend money. You know, these guys got different wallets. John and Elite, these guys got different wallets than me or you. I don't know. If you guys got that wallet, have at it. And Elite keeps telling me, and I'm like, bro, you know, I'm looking at, to get into 5th scale, just to start out, I'm looking to shell out $2,000. I'm just not ready for that right now. $2,000, you know how much motors and pipes and tires and freaking clutches and serious nitro shit I can get for $2,000 plus a platform. Hell, that's what I'm saying. I'm not ready for fifth scale yet. I mean, I'm ready, but this is not the financial end of it. It's a big jump. If you guys are going to get into fifth scale, keep in mind, man, you're going to shell out $2,000 for quality. You don't have to shell out that. You can start out with a Baja, but you're going to put so many upgrades in that thing, you're going to spend that $2,000 anyway eventually. Just like an RTR. You heard guys say RTRs. Just like, again, Raja was saying, and you've heard Bodajel say, RTR is good to get you started, and I get it. It's cheap. You can get running for $300-400 or whatever now. But trust me, you're going to put another $500 into that thing from all the upgrades. And some of that shit, like he said, depending what platform, the upgrades won't fit on an RTR. Now that's low-C. Mugen, Techno, they don't, well, Kyosho does, but Mugen, Techno, X-Ray, even I think Associated, they don't make RTRs. Low-C, if you're going to get a good RTR, if you want a good RTR, I should say, Low-C or Kyosho. But Kyosho's, it's not even close to their race kits. Not even close. It's the same thing with Low-C. That RTR is not even close to the Low-C race kit. Like Raja said, just get a race kit. Save yourself the hassle. Save yourself the money in the long run. You can spend now, and that way you don't have to spend later, or you can not spend now, and you're going to, it depends. You're going to spend it either way. Some people say, well, I just want to get going now. Okay, well, you're going to spend it later, and you're going to spend more. You want to save the money or not? That's the bottom line. You want to save money? Get the kit first. Start out with a kit. I don't care if you're a newbie. Build the shit. Learn. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. It's not that hard. Okay? That way you're familiar and you know your vehicle, and if any issues you have, man, you know where to go right away. It's easier to troubleshoot when you built it than compared to not building it. You don't know how that thing functions. You don't know anything about it. Man, you're just asking for more headaches. The RTRs, you don't have to start with an RTR as a newbie. Okay? I don't recommend even RTRs to anybody, really. I mean, I tell people, yeah, you can get a Low-C, yeah, you can get a Kyosho, RTR, but I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just a bad impression. They say first impression is last impression. A bad impression of a quality platform is an RTR. Because you look at the Low-C RTR and you're like, oh, wow, this is kind of cool and this is nice. And, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they are decent. And then you put it next to, you've seen Bodajel do it. You put it next to the race kit after it's built and you're like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Those are plastic on the RTR? Oh, we got titanium? Oh, these are, plastic or, whatever shock towers. And, oh, shit, you got aluminum? Oh, you start looking at it, you're like, oh, hell. Maybe I should just get a race kit. Okay? Same thing with the Kyosho. You see the Kyosho RTRs, and you look at them, and you're like, oh, wow, it's pretty nice. Oh, this looks pretty fresh. And then put that thing to an MP10. And it's not even the same. You're like, holy shnikes, the shocks aren't even the same. The RTRs are plastic. Oh, the race kit, the MP10s, even the 9? Oh, shit, look at this big-ass aluminum, sick-ass shocks. So, teach his own. Get what you can afford, or just save up the money. I think people just are too impatient sometimes. Instead of, they want, and that's, again, from what I talked about in my last video, we want things now. And I'm like that too. I'm not perfect. I want shit now. I mean, I got like 20 items that are on their way here, and I want them now. And I've already got shit that just came in yesterday. I told you guys we're gonna do some serious unboxing. I've got like all kinds of goodies in here. I've got shit I haven't opened yet. So but we'll get to it. We'll do just a muggy frenzy, just serious unboxing. I got that motor coming. New to me, used to you guys, but like I say, a new platform or a new motor, you know what that is? It's the one that you never had, or the one that you never ran. Doesn't matter if it's used or not. So anyway, we're not going to make this video too long. I just kind of want to clear the air on that with you guys, and share a few other things that I had going on. I didn't plan on doing a video today, you know, but when I read these comments and these people, man, it just pisses me off because they don't have no facts behind what they're saying. And I'm not going to let these people dictate what I do. I just wanted to clear the air and put that out to you guys. Okay, one, you do whatever you want. It isn't Muggy's way or the highway. This is the way Muggy does it. This is the way that I do it. You guys see the results I get. You know, like I said again, my shit ain't jumping off the buildings. I run in the grass. I run in the dirt. They're actually where I was running the last video, I should have filmed it, and my bad. I'm going to do better. There is a baseball diamond when you know, I'll do donuts and, you know, do some drifting in that baseball diamond. That's how my shit got really dirty. The techno got dirty. But when you come out of the baseball diamond, there's about a 6-inch lip to the grass, and my shit was flying, dude. I was getting like at least 2 or 3 foot air. Nothing big, but I mean, hitting that thing, right when the back end kicks up and it wants to, you know, go end over end, that's when you hit the throttle and it evens it out. And it was pretty cool. The suspension on this thing is unbelievable, man. Techno. And it was getting sideways and stuff. It flipped a couple times and everything. It's just real durable. You know, I mean, those are things that I need, that are hard for me to get on video when, you know, I don't have anybody filming it for me. You know, my buddies work on the weekends, most of them. Every once in a while, we'll go up to the track. And, you know, I haven't taken myself, because my stuff's all modified. You can't, running shit modified on a track, trust me, ask Raja. You know, it's just, it's too much. If you watch on that straightaway where Adam Drake on that video I was showing you, have him running his MBX, that's a track that's about maybe an hour from here. I haven't been there. A lot of friends of mine say that I'd go check it out. Maybe I'll go out there soon. But that straightaway that you see in his MBX 8, that is where you see the power. Now, for his OS on there, the gearing he has and everything, I mean, his truggy was moving. But if you had even a stock .28 Rex Legend on there, or a stock .32, that shit would be pulling a wheelie around that straightaway. The front end would be coming up. But when you run mods on a track like Raja did before, it's hard to control. They're everywhere. You know, it's not smooth power. This is not smooth power in modified, you know, platforms that you're running modified motors through. It's just raw, brute power to the ground, which is what us recreational nitro enthusiasts, or bashers, whatever you want to call them, like. I'm not looking for smooth. I'm not looking for, you know, trackable. I'm not looking to go to no track and have it, and, you know, that's cool and everything like that. But I mean, I would get bored even running those .21s compared to running if you run .28s and .32s, and especially mods, and you go to run, like when I'll go to run my reds, the only thing that even the only thing on my reds when I run it after running my Nova, modded Nova, or my modded Pico, the only thing that even helps keep my interest when I run this thing is because it's modified. If this thing was stock after running my 28 modded and running this, I would get bored quick. I'm just used to that power. Just like Woogie was saying, you know, he ran that OS after running his even Chinaman .28s. And he was like, man, this Adam Drake .21, which is a badass .21, just doesn't have the same power. .21 scream, they fly, they're like little squirrels, you know, especially in buggies. But as far as power to the ground, just torque, like pull front ends up type shit, .21's, you're not gonna get that. Now, people that have never experienced that, well, then they don't know. That's why people run .21s and truggies, because they've never had a .28 or a .32, let alone modded in a truggy. Trust me, because if you did, you would never, ever, ever put a .21 in your truggy. If you have, I don't care what you have, Traxxas or whatever. If you've never ran a .28 or even a modded .28 or .32 in a truggy, and you've always ran .21s, you have no idea whatsoever what you're missing. None. You're clueless. And it's funny because those will be the guys that make comments because they have never even ran it. Like I said before, me and Elite talked about that. People making comments. You know, I think we're talking about the 5B because it was the rumor of it overheats. Well, it doesn't overheat. It's because the body's not ventilated right. You got to ventilate the body, and there's no problem with overheating. And the people that were making those comments, like Elite was saying, are people that don't even own one. Like people will make comments about my Techno or my Mugen or a modded Novarossi or a Reds motor or or even a a stock or a modded Pico, and they don't even have one. Like, how in the hell do you know? Like, that is just total ignorance. People, I mean, come on, people, quit it. Enough is enough. You know. Keep it real. I told Raja, man, hey, keep that shit real, man. So that was cool with Raja, you know. I mean, everybody, I could see the big subject, basically, you know, was the pipes. If you guys have never ran a 053 Dynamite Platinum, which you get at A-Main for 50-something bucks, with the header and everything, if you haven't ran that combo on a stock Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend, man, you'd have no clue. I ran it plenty of times for the whole time with my, where's it at? With my stalker, not my modded one. My modded one's taking a nap right now. She's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. She's taking a nap. But my stock one here, you know, before I broke the crank on it, this one here, through the whole 2 gallons of fuel mostly, I ran the, I have it somewhere, the 53 Platinum Dynamite in the Muggy. This thing weighs like 2 pounds more than these things, okay? And it was pulling the front end up on this thing. A stock 28.8 with a Dynamite 053. As soon as I get my stalker back, you know, when I rise it from the ashes again, it will rise. Rise, Vader. I'd be like Star Wars. Rise, Rex. Rise. My bad Emperor Palpatine impression. But anyway, I'll put it in here. Do some footage, the best that I can. Hopefully, maybe I'll have a GoPro by then. Trust me, I'm working on the camera shit, okay? I just, you know, when I find a deal, okay? But anyway, and show you how a stock 28.8 in this fat pig right here just gets busy. Matter of fact, I think there is a video. If you watch one of my older videos of this, go back and watch. It's an old video. You'll find the last time I ran this, not the one with the LRP in it, but when I ran it with the stock 28.8 Rex Legend. I have the video. Go back and watch it. Look for it. It even says 28.8 Rex Legend, I think, and Muggy, XTM Muggy, with the 053 pipe on it, with that combo. And man, this thing was getting busy. This thing was seriously getting busy. So that's a great combo. Good combo. If you guys haven't tried it, try it. Experiment with it. That's all I can tell you. You got to try it out for your own. But anyway, so the pipe thing was cool that we talked about on Raja's, you know, live stream deal. And the Reds. I've never, you know, and he has the issue with that Reds. I have this one here. You know, and he was saying that, you know, if you modded it, maybe you won't have, well, this thing, I ran it stock for a minute, and I had no issues. Sure, sometime, I mean, when it was stock, it was a little finicky, but not that much. Got it modded, it's not finicky at all. But I've never had flameouts with this thing. I've never had any problems tuning it. This thing is one of the easiest motors to not only break in and tune, stay tuned. This thing's dialed. I just fire this thing up, mess with the high-end needle. I mean, Richard leaning it out, and that's it. Bottom end, the low-end needles on point, idles on point. This thing's got 2 gallons through it now. Modified R5 Team Edition. Okay, badass motor. I love it. I love it so much. Who knows? Maybe I might get another one. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, he talked about how his Reds, it could be an air leak, you know. Carburetor, maybe those carburetors, you know, because you got to remember those newer carburetors, and I don't know too much about them, but I know the new Reds carburetors, they have the high-end needle is not like sideways. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you guys have seen them before. It's on the side. This one is the old school. Okay, this is old school. Okay, it's up top. The new Reds motors, this high-end, the high-speed needle, comes out the side. Okay, there's no 3-speed. Another thing too, I think Raja, when you're racing, it's different too. He's used to the 3-speed needles, high, low, and mid. I don't fuck with those mids. That's just racing shit. That's what that is. Adam Drake likes them. Ty Tessman likes them, obviously, because OS has them. I know John Bodegel hates them. Like with a passion. Fucking hate. He was pissed off when he got that Pico boost. You guys probably seen that video. And it pictures it. I think he got it from Absolute. Pictures that it has a 2-speed needle on it. But when he got it and opened it, he's all, man, I hope this is a 2-speed needle. Or, you know, a two adjustment needle. And it was a 3. And he was pissed. He's like, fuck. I hate these fucking 3 speeds. Because he knows you don't need them in bashing. I mean, you know, you don't need them in the recreational. Those 3-speed needles are for racing. That's what they are. So you can fine tune it. So if you have one and you're not racing, just don't touch it. Rick even told me when you get those some of the new Verocity 28.8 Rex Legends, they come with the matter of fact, where's it at? I think I have one. It's probably the one that I have on my LRP. The one that I have on here has three adjustments, I think. Yep. See that right there? That's the Verocity carburetor, the newer ones that come on the 28.8 Rex Legends. See how it has that mid needle? Yeah, even Rick will tell you, don't touch it. If you don't know anything on how to adjust them and what you're doing with them, just leave it alone. And you're fine. You start messing with those things, unless you know what you're doing, man, more headaches. More headaches, more issues. So anyway, what else? Oh, somebody asked me about, you know, buggies, the difference between the buggy and, you know, when we went over that, I think I left that out in that video, buggy versus truggy. These things are very squirrely, especially when you put big motors in it. I've ran my modded Pico P3.28 in here. Haven't run the modded Rex. Haven't run the... I like to run all different types of motors through this buggy because it's really fun. Because it's so squirrely, man. This thing's like a squirrel. You know, flying all over the place. Especially with this thing modded, it gets busy. So when you put modded, bigger motors in this thing, man, this thing's like the Tasmanian Devil times 2. So... But they're just, if you can learn to drive a buggy, there's more skill and technique into driving buggies. That's why these pros, man, that's what separates these guys is learning how to drive these things, because it's not as stable as a truggy. Okay, you got to remember the truggy is longer, the wider wheelbase and everything. It's a little bit more stable. Buggies, they're squirrely, man. So you got to really, it's an art to learn how to drive them. But it's kind of like if people that know how the Baja is. You know, the Fitzgerald Baja, that thing is only rear-wheel drive. That thing is so hard. I've never drove one, but from friends I know that have them and videos that I've seen and guys I've talked to, and you get to see the ass end of that thing is all over the place because it's only a rear-wheel drive. If you can learn to drive it, though, and master that and get skilled at that, man, you can drive any Fitzgerald then. I mean, that's a true test. Same thing with buggies. If you can learn how to drive a buggy and control it and, you know, on a track or whether you're doing recreational, bashing, whatever, driving these things, piece of cake. These things are like Cadillacs compared to buggies. Buggies are just squirrely little squirrels, okay? They like to be all over the place. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I might get an MBX8, man. They're sick. The one thing that I know when I talked to Adam that changed, the whole front end of it's changed. The gears on the things are they're called straight cut. If you guys know anything about, like I said, you know what I do for a living, metals and stuff. Clear cut gears or straight cut gears means that when they make those gears, okay, the beveled gears and the gears and the divs, the teeth, they're more of a straight cut, okay, which means they're a little bit sharper, which means for smoother their transmission and your drivetrain is going to be smoother, the mesh is going to be tighter, they're not going to wear as fast, they're going to last longer, and more importantly, they're going to bite and hook up a lot better. So on the MBX8, they changed the gears on the whole thing to straight cut gears, which is way better than this has. And these are fine, but that was one of the improvements Adam was talking about they did. And the drivetrain. Now I know the 7s, if you have them stock, They come with the other universals that I showed you guys. You want these. Those other ones, man, they don't hook up and bite as well as these do. The guy that raced this MBX7 that I bought it from, he had this thing set up for racing. I mean, it's got the smoothest tranny that you can, except for the front and rear, those shafts. I want these ones, like I have on my Buggy. My Buggy, the drivetrain, dog bones in the center and the rear on my MBX5 are the universals like these. They're more maintenance. You got to clean them more often and keep up on them, but they hook up better. Power as far as the power to the ground, more bite than the ones that are on standard on the MBXs, which are those right there. Now these are okay, you know, but they just don't. These don't bite like the other universals, the CVD universals, which are, they look like this. Okay, they look like these. And they make them for the 7 and I think the 8 has them. For here, for the rear and the front. And that'll give you way, I mean, because this thing, it's smooth, but compared to this thing, look at, this thing's freaking money. And it's filthy. But see how this doesn't have a universal? This has it straight. Dog bone straight into the drive cut. Hooking up. So, anyway, that's my view on that. But you know, I want a Buggy. Who knows? Maybe I might end up doing like I did last time. I ended up buying 2 truggies at the same time, one right after the other. I might get a Buggy and get a truggy at the same time. You know, because I'm sick. I'm sick in the head. I have a huge disease called Nitro fever. I need to find me a Nitro doctor. Oh, I got Dr. Buttershell and Dr. Adam Drake. You know what they told me? Wrap your shit, man. Hook it up. Anyway, that's all I got. I got to get ready for work. I just want to shoot this video real quick to kind of, you know, don't get that twisted, people. I don't put words in my mouth. You guys that know the truth, you know, but some guys just, people are idiots, and I'm not going to change the way I do and what I do on my videos because of 1 or 2 or however many people. I just want to let that be clear, that you guys know that. You don't have to do it my way. I tell you guys that all the time. Don't leave and listen to me. Do what you want. Do whatever works for you. But if it ain't working, well, you might want to take somebody's advice, whether it's me or Mr. Zah or Adam Drake or whoever, you know, and apply that shit, okay? There's no excuse why you can't do this and be successful at it and be good at it. I mean, that's what the whole thing, a hobby is, right? A hobby is something you want to get better at. And the only way you're going to get better at it is by learning and taking notes and paying attention. Yeah, trial and error. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. Bumps along the road. But there's preventive medicine for that. And a lot of that I already told you guys. Getting better at tuning, upkeeping and maintaining your shit. Okay? And learning how to troubleshoot. Look at this thing, it's still filthy. Okay? This bitch is filthy as hell. I still got dirt. Look at that. Chunks on there. But, you know what, the Muggy always gets the bare necessities out of the way. Got the wing all nice and freshened up. We got the body all the Techno. JC Concept. I think I'm going to get another JC Concept. I just like, they're just a lot thicker than the Pro lines. They'll last longer. What else is done? Oh, obviously, the Nova Rossi modified by Rick at RB Mods. Bam! Look at that. Bam. See it? There's a tattoo right there. And there's a tattoo on the side. Sick mamma jamma. I had a 13 tooth on this, by the way, too. I think I'm going to go 14. I want a little bit more top end. It has plenty of bottom. I can sacrifice on the bottom. Alright, yep. Clean your tank. Make sure your tank's all fresh and clean. Put the rubbing alcohol, swish it around. Put air in the lines and blow that shit out. Get it nice and siliconed up. Got the best filter known to Nitro. Okay? Outerwear and motor saver. Bam! Any questions? Shouldn't be, except how much? 40 bucks. Yeah, I know, it's expensive damn filter, but it's worth it. You don't have to clean these, but like maybe every gallon. And you can run it through the mud, sand, dirt, water, everything, man. This thing's best, man. I gotta get me another one. Because I'm gonna get more platforms, more whips. I gotta get some more. I have a couple of them, but I gotta get more anyway. Oh, a little side note. If you guys want to know a trick, this is how I do. Take rubber bands, cut them in half. Usually they're about, let's see if I have one full length. I don't know what I did with them. But anyway, a rubber band the size of, here's one right here. This size of a rubber band. Cut it in half. And then once you cut it in half, take a tiny dab of like crazy glue, or I use dynamite tire glue. The medium glue that you use to mount your tires or Badlands, if you have them, or if you do. Put a dab on it, touch it together, hold it for a few seconds, let it dry. These, these are for? These are my carburetor return. This is what I do. I make my own. And they work great. You have to figure out what size is best for your carburetor. Kind of experiment. Make different sizes. You can usually figure out about the length you want. Because you don't want it too tight to stress out your servos, but you don't want it too loose so where it's not snapping back your carb. But you want to make sure. You know, you can use whatever you want. This is just what I do. You know, a little bit of crazy. Cut the rubber band in half. Cut it in half. Okay? Once you cut it in half, take the ends. Dab a little bit of glue on the ends. Join them together. Blow on it so it dries. It should dry pretty quick. And then, after it dries, put a little bit more glue. And I won't even use these for at least, you know, till the end of the week. I would, if you're going to use them, at least let them dry a full day. The longer you let stuff cure that you glue, the stronger it's going to be. But eventually they're going to break, but it takes a long time, you know. And they're not going to break while you're running. It usually breaks while you're cleaning them or taking them off. These hold up pretty well. I haven't, you know, had any problems by using these. You can use the springs if you want. People use the hair scrunchies. You know, they actually make return rubber bands if you want to spend $6 on this many rubber bands. But I make them. And I've got bags of different thicknesses and rubber bands, different colors, different lengths. And I'll make bags of these all day long. And I haven't had any problems with them. Work great. So that's just a little tip from the Muggy. Little tip for you. Little quick pit tip. We'll call it the pit tip. Oh, make sure you invest in one of these people. It's not much money. eBay, $10, $12. All right, so man, we went 50 minutes. I didn't plan on doing a long video like this, especially right before I got to go to work. I got to get ready in the next 30 minutes. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, I just had to air that out. I mean to vent on you guys, but that shit just pisses me off. You know how the Muggy is, man. When shit like that irks me, you know, I'll do a video, but I'll also put in some content that might help some people out. I just want to make sure there is no discrepancy of what I say or what I tell you or what I do. You don't, if you don't have my shit, whatever makes you happy. I just prefer top-notch shit, that's all. Because you know why? Like Mr. John Bodegel told me, he said, unfortunately in Nitro, Mr. Muggy, if you want less headaches, you're going to have to get the top shit. You're going to have to get the Italian motors that are $300, $200. You're going to have to get the titanium. You're going to have to get the good platforms. You're going to have to get the expensive tires, good radios, and all that. If not, more headaches. And I was like, let me see. Headaches? Less money? Or less headaches? A little bit more money. And I struggle with that on certain things. But you know what? After you have enough of the headaches and experience it, it's all trial and error. You're like, oh, hell no, the hell with that. Let me spend the extra few dollars or whatever and avoid that whole situation again. Oh, hell no. And that's why people quit, because they don't do that. They think they can do Nitro on a whim, you know, by osmosis. They can just, you know, it's not E-word. It takes work, it takes dedication, it takes time, it takes patience. Can't be lazy. Can't be impatient. Okay? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, then fucking get out. Like I said before, get out of Nitro. Don't even start it. Just go do E-Word. It's okay. We don't hate you. You're still in the RC family. You want the easy way. Go do the easy way. This is not easy. This is a hard, and it's not hard either. But it's not easy. Don't get that mixed up. It's not hard, but it's not easy. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's not easy because of those things. But if those things are hard for you, then that's on you. Don't point your finger and blame Nitro. Don't say, oh, Nitro's too expensive. Oh, well, Nitro's too... Well, that's your fucking, excuse my language, that's your fucking problem because you're too lazy, you're too cheap, you're too impatient, and you don't want to get your hands dirty. Well, then fuck off then. Go do E-Word. Go get your Traxxas and enjoy your headaches. Okay? Because that's what you're going to get. I'm just keeping this shit real. That's the reality of it. You can ask anybody with enough experience in Nitro, and that's done E-Word. I've done E-Word. I've done the Traxxas. I've done all that shit before. Built my own batteries. Raced E-Word. You know, all that. Same just like Mr. Za. I don't just make this shit up or even go by a lot of what these guys teach and what I've learned from these guys. I have my own experiences too. That's why I can tell you this shit. Okay? Wrenching is no foreign thing to me. I love it, man. I have more enjoyment out of troubleshooting when shit goes wrong and when shit doesn't tune right and when shit just doesn't run the way I want it, man. I won't beat myself up because I know what I got to do. It's process of elimination. Let me find what's going on. Let me fix that shit. Let me retest it. Bam, there we go. Fixed it. On point. Money. And I take pride in that and I can say, you know what? I figured that shit out. Even if I had to go to YouTube. Oh, right, that's what Croddick or that's what Drake or that's what John said. Oh, let me try that. Oh, that shit didn't work for me. Or you know what? That shit did work. Or let me try this. You know? Gather information. Do your homework. Oh, that's why I always preach that all the time. Study. Do your homework. Do your research. Save yourself the headaches, people. Okay? So I will talk to you guys later on in the week. We're going not to change any of the diff in this. We're not going to... I don't know if I'm going to really put this in a hurry to get this thing all cleaned up and everything. I'm taking my time because I think I'm going to do a couple upgrades to it. I need to get a new brake system. Nothing wrong with this brake, but I see the pads are getting worn, and I'm not going to wait till they get down to the metal. I can get a whole new brake pad, disc, and a whole new middle assembly for the Techno. It's like 20 bucks, I think, or not even that. It's pretty cheap. It's less than 20 bucks. So I get the top part, this little brace, the whole brake mechanism set, this whole system that goes around the center diff for less than 20 bucks. Killer deal. And I want to get extra of these brake pads, because I don't know if I showed you guys before, but I have an extra center diff for the Techno that will fit in the XTM Muggy. Okay? But I don't have extra discs. So maybe I'll take the older ones, put the newer discs on here, on the Techno. Take these older ones, which are still good, and the older, and you know, I don't need the brake pads. But these disc brakes and this diff will fit in the center diff tower of the Muggy. That will give the Muggy for the first time a center diff. And that would probably help, and I know, not probably, it will help me, or help that vehicle from putting too much stress on the front and rear gearboxes, which aren't the best quality. I mean, they're nothing compared to Techno and Mugen and Losis and all that. It's XTM, you know. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not the strongest, especially not for modified motors. So if I put that center diff in there, I'm able to throw 100K in the middle and keep the 50 on the front, 50 on the rear. I might even go a little bit lighter because it's an old school vehicle, and I know the diffs can't take too much stress, even though they've been holding up pretty well. Maybe I'll put 80K in the middle and just keep 50 on front, 50 on the rear. And that'll just take some of the load off of the front and rear gearbox. And then I'll start running some mods through the Muggy. Because I want to. Trust me, I do. I've got extra parts for it, so I'm not worried about it, you know, but I want to run it. I'm not going to retire that thing yet. That thing is not retired yet, trust me. It will come a day. When I get probably my other two platforms, I will have to retire that. But I will take it out every once in a while. I'm not going to ever just retire something forever. Okay, I'm not that guy. I put too much money to have shelf queens and shelf bitches that I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars to have them sit up there and look pretty. Okay, I might not run it as much, yes, but it will run periodically, all the time, just to keep the cobwebs out and keep the juices flowing in it. Alright, so I'm out of here, people. I gotta get ready for work. Like I said, I'm starving like a hostage. I gotta eat something. I got shit coming in the mail. I got more. This pile here, I don't know. I'm gonna have to move it someplace else. We're gonna have a pile of goodies for this weekend, and we're gonna do some brapping this weekend. I'm gonna work on some better video footage, you know, for you guys. I do owe you guys that. You know, shout out to Raja. Great live thing. I might have to do one of those later down the line. I just don't have a lot of time to do that. And I'm not really interested. Like, you guys know how I am. I'm just not into the spotlight and subscribers and the fans, and that's not what I do this for, man. I emphasize it all the time. I don't care about ratings. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers. Matter of fact, I hope less people subscribe. I'm the same way that I am about my shit is the same way I am about YouTube. I want quality subscribers, not quantity. I don't want 1 million. I don't even want 1,000. Hell no. Give me just a dozen true gearhead, nitro, diehard, till the wheels fall off, so to speak, brap heads. 5th scale or 8th scale. No E-word, no, and guys that are into next level shit. Not Traxxas, not Savages, not HPIs, not, you know, low-end shit. And like I said, I'm not talking down on those people, but that's just not next level. If that's where you want to be and stay, then cool. I want guys that want to go to next level, to push Nitro RC to different levels, man. Badass modified motors. Let's push these motors. Push these pipes. Okay? If you want to jump off roof, that's fine. I just want to see raw power to the ground, just pulling the front end up like my shit's been doing it, and I love that. I get more enjoyment out of seeing my front end fucking the thing stand up on its ass than I do if I was going to jump it off a roof. That does it for me. The jumping thing doesn't. So, not that I don't ever want to do it or not ever will do it, it's not important to me. I'd rather see my shit just when I hit the throttle, that front end just freaking the whole vehicle stand up. Because it's got so much power to the ground and so much torque. That shit is what gets me fired up. Not the flying off building shit. Not the jumping. Not even the racing shit. I just want to see my shit get busy. I want to see power to the ground, front end coming up. I mean, braking traction in grass. Let me see. I have never seen that. My shit does that. I think it's pretty cool. When I brap my shit, I'm digging holes in grass. That's how much power these mods motors got, man. If you guys haven't experienced it, you have no idea what you're missing. Ask Mr. Zah. That's why he said a stock motor doesn't do dick for him. John Bodegil will never, I don't say never, but a stock motor, if you give to him, he'll be like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? This doesn't even do nothing. I won't even get out of bed for that. Now, you show him a modded motor, he'll be like, Zah. Or what is that? How's he say? Zana Cafe. I think that's how you say it. Stock, he'd be like, eh. That's how I am with .21s. Stock .21? Eh. That's cool. DLC coated crank, ceramic bearings, stock .21? Eh. Modded .21 with ceramic bearings and DLC coated crank? Oh, that Japanese, yeah. One of my bad impressions. But anyway, so, yeah, and there's no hurry to get into mods. I tell all the newbies, take your time, learn your motor, get a stock, run that thing, get familiar with it, know your engine. Then, when then go for mod. Okay? You gotta crawl before you can walk. And you gotta walk before you can run. But these people these days, they just want to start running right away. Huge problems. So anyway, that's all I got. I will catch you guys later this week. You guys have an awesome week. Any questions, comments, hit me up. Lights out. Got a little brain fart there. Lights out. I'll be shipping your shit sometime this week as soon as I get a chance. Alright, brother, you got a sick ass 086 ish pipe with a 41001 combo. I suggest don't run that on .21 pea shooters. It's better for a .28 stock bigger motor. Okay, 41001 and an 086 or a 9886. Okay, on any stock motor above a .21, perfect combo. Stock .21s? Well, you heard Raja, and I agree with him. Same thing. I've been saying that all along. Stock .21s, 41031 header, and, you know, there's so many different pipes. I suggest a 9901 if you're racing. Okay? If not, run the 9886 and the 41031 combo on a stock or modded .21. Killer combo. Ran it plenty of times. I like that combo. And like I said, try the Dynamite if you have a .28 Rex Legend stock or any .28 stock. Try the Dynamite 053 Platinum. Perfect. Perfect across the board pipe. So that's all I got, people. Catch you guys in the rebound. I am out. Peace.